Mike, it's January, which means we have to start in one place, and that's incomings and outgoings. You've been quite a busy man already so far.
Yeah, it's been good. Winey's come in, which we're really pleased with. Worked with him before, know what's such a good lad he is on and off the pitch. So yeah, really excited to see what impact he can make, and he'll fit in with the group really well. So, and yeah, add a few guys. Obviously, like I say, the nature of it, want to play more games and get on the pitch, which is understandable. So yeah, it's busy times.
I suppose that explains the departures so far on loan of Dara and Dawson, both of them not really getting an awful lot of first team football, but you need them out there playing.
Yeah, and it's a balance between obviously not weakening ourselves, but giving them every opportunity to really progress and fulfil that potential. And both lads, they've been brilliant. Their attitude's been fantastic. Can't speak highly enough, but they just need to play games.
You mentioned the signing of Stephen there, a guy obviously you've worked with at Gateshead. Is the non-league, do you think, something of an untapped market? Because the distance between League Two and the National League now is getting a lot closer, isn't it? You're seeing teams come up like Notts County and Wrexham and hitting the ground running. That distance isn't a big gap anymore, is it? It's a huge market that you can tap into.
No, for sure. I think I just see it as an extension now, really. You see the clubs you just mentioned there that are kicking on in League Two now, big clubs, and you've got Chesterfield, obviously good FA Cup and incredible squad and manager, and yeah, like teams like Oldham, and you've got big football clubs, football league football clubs in the National League. So yeah, for me, there's no surprise that when they get promoted, they continue the rise, and it's a difficult league to get out of. So. Yeah, I think it's littered with league players really, because I think the finances there as well is just as good as our league. So it's a difficult market, but there are plenty of untapped players and players of potential, and that was kind of our remit at Gateshead. It was just a platform to come in and be a full-time environment and really use it to springboard and get back into the league.
A few rumours of incomings and outgoings, one of which is Craig McGillivray apparently linked with a move away. Any truth to that?
Well, yeah, there's interest, but I think there's interest of a lot of our players. We have numerous inquiries about players, and we just have to bat it away. Look, I'm here to try and create the best outcome for football club and player. So we'll sit down and we'll chat, and like I said, there's numerous players that is happening too.
And incomings, anyone on the horizon, do you think?
Well, yeah, it's a difficult one, like I say, because we've got many things that are happening behind the scenes. Liam is working very hard, so hopefully, yeah, in the near future we'll have a couple to speak about.
I suppose it's beneficial that you've got getting your business done early in the window, because they've got the longest possible time then to integrate and be ready for the second half of the season. Yeah,
it gives us as much time on the training ground as possible. We've got a busy schedule coming up, especially February. So yeah, it's all invaluable. We've earmarked players, and the nature of it, we've got a list in all different areas. Always trying to improve. It's the nature of the industry. It can be brutal and unforgiving, but it pushes us, and we want the standards to keep continually getting higher.
Feels like a long time since played a game. Coming on New Year's Day, we've said an awful lot. It's nice to have a few weeks on the training ground, but you must be keen to start playing games again, because it feels like it's been very stop-start, other than the Christmas period.
Yeah, we had a heavy period, and we had a good period. It was a good return in terms of points, but a disappointing outcome and performance at Doncaster. So yeah, we've watched it back. We hopefully it'll be a really good lesson for us, and something that we can use as a massive positive, and look forward to a really tough test on Saturday.
You don't want to use it as like a reference point, do you? To say, sometimes it's good to lose a game to learn stuff, but sometimes it is kind of good to lose those games to pick up and pick up on areas where you might not be as strong as you might think.
Yeah, I mean, we like to think that we want to learn just as many lessons in victory as defeat, but it's never normally that. When you get beat, especially in the nature 3-0 down. Like I spoke after the game, the reaction of the boys was brilliant. Just wasn't our day in terms of the final kind of outcome, and we didn't really threaten their goal as much as we would have liked to in the second half. But yeah, we have to use that as we need a reaction. We need to get back on track and focus on what we're doing today in training.
2 nominations for monthly awards for yourself, again, second consecutive month that you've been nominated for Manager of the Month, and for Dean Lewington as well, for Player of the Month. Just shows how good December was.
Yeah, and again, yeah, he deserves all the credit. We can't speak highly of him like we have done. He's breaking records. He's a phenomenon.
And he also doesn't care.
Yeah, no. Yeah, similar nature to myself. It's nothing. It's no reflection on me personally. It's that group. Like I say, we've come in. We're still really trying to integrate what we want to see and how we want to play. But it's all credit down to the boys, the chemistry that they've got, the will to win, the desire to push on, and yeah, it's a reflection on the boys' form.
And I suppose you want to be picking up that form again when you head to Tranmere on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. They've had some good victories, obviously Notts County. I think they probably should have got more from the Barrow game. But yeah, we know it's going to be difficult. They've got probably 2 of the hardest working strikers on a par with Max in their team, and they're well organised. Obviously, managers, he's got a lot of experience, and they're very disciplined and have got that identity. So we just focus on what we want to do, how we want to go about it, but we're looking forward to it.
And finally, injury updates. How's everybody getting on?
Good. Ash Hunter is close to being fully back involved. We've got Dan Harvey, who isn't far off. Tux is doing really well. Still a couple of weeks off. Obviously touched on Werney. He's coming. He will be in another week to 10 days, I think. And yeah, Nath, who's progressing really well. So yeah, I'm really good on those fronts.